187?
Yep.
God, the counter's all slimy. Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 187. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and today we're going to continue the arc of the good vibes. We're going hard into the paint on some new sets. Now hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What's going down?
Whole tons going down. We're back for a two-part set review on M20 and JumpStart, the newest, most confusing, and exciting set we've seen in quite a long time. We've got some people to thank. We've got some funny stories to tell, and a unique take, I feel, on some of the goings-on in the coming Magic the Gathering product release schedule. But before we do any of that, we have to thank our official sponsors, FaceToFaceGames.com. They're Canada's biggest Magic store.
Ooh, very much so. Got an order in with them. Got some Mystic Sanctuaries coming for both altering and jamming in my lands deck. Probably going to be up to, post-Ikoria, probably going to be up to 70 lands in that bad boy.
Dang, I have 3 orders from them. All are in the mail. None of them are at my house.
Ooh, yeah. Remember, everybody, we've been saying it for the last couple weeks. Canada Post, a little bit delayed. I've been getting lots of messages about auction altar cards and commissioned altar cards coming. They're just delayed, as are the Brando Altar Patreon sign-up cards. They've all been sent as far as we know. I've got a couple pending that I haven't sent to Brando yet for, I guess, commissions.
For making, yeah.
For making, yeah. But they are all sent if you pledged on Patreon in the month of April or May or the first kind of half of June.
Yes.
So... or I guess the first week of June, because we've got a couple pending from last week.
Yeah, I'm all caught up now, so they're in the mail, they're on their way. I really hope you like them.
Oh, everybody does. Everybody will.
Ah, cool.
Everybody will. Yeah, probably get more emails about Brando or like CCO DMs on the Twitter account about Brando alters than anything else. That's the best. So they're popular. They're one of the Patreon sign-up gifts, as is the Discord channel, where we've got quite a lively spoiler thread there now. It's like that's where I go to get input on preview cards.
The thing that because I usually use one of the websites where they keep everything in like a specific order, so sometimes I have a hard time seeing what's new. But if I go to the Discord thing, it's like there it is, and everybody's talking shit about it.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like it a lot.
Big thanks to, I know FU Evan has been posting. Every time he sees a card, he's very up to date on Magic news. He posts some new stuff, so big thanks to FU Evan. Also, F him.
Yeah,
I hate that guy.
Yeah, he does. He's such a fucking wiener, hey?
Yeah. He's totally fine, I guess. He's totally fine, I guess, like our other new patrons today.
Ooh.
We've got some increases, some returning patrons, and some new thanks.
Oh, wow.
So, funny nicknames?
Funny nicknames.
That's another benefit. We're getting right into it today because we've got a couple packed shows, and our spoiler shows are always like kind of spread out and just our take. And as we get closer and closer and we're watching the time on the recording tick up, we're like, okay, next card. So we want to get to it pretty quickly. Okay, first Patreon supporter, shout out, thank you, and of course,
F you.
Oh, 100%. Chase Beard.
Hey.
I don't remember his nickname because sometimes I don't remember nicknames.
Oh, yeah.
Is he the bearded dragon? Can we just call him that?
Maybe he is the beard.
The beard?
The beard.
He's the beard on the dragon. It's all full of food and it's got like a family of birds living in it.
Hell yeah.
Gross. Okay, Chase, thank you for the increased pledge.
You know who has a beard now? Clayton.
Really?
He walked into the house the other day and he just had like this full-on, like, not quite mountain man beard, but it was getting there.
That is most excellent.
And like, I've never seen that man with that kind of facial hair before. And it was like, Brr! What? And it was a thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So quarantine's been rough on some people, it turns out.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Yeah, I hate that guy too.
Yeah, he sucks. You know what I saw on Facebook? Our friend Ben, F.U. Ben, like Big Ben.
Sure.
A memory he shared from 13 years ago. He didn't have a beard. What the fuck? Yeah.
What?
I said to Rebecca, I was like, do you want to see Ben without a beard?
And she was like, no.
She was like, what? And I showed her and she's like, wow.
Are you sure it wasn't just a picture of Dan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So anyways, I hate that guy too.
I hate that guy, yeah.
Yeah, we got to have him all over. Tell him how much we hate him all.
Yeah.
Brandon Hunter is our next patron. Thank you. He's a returning patron, so welcome back. Times are getting better for him, I guess.
That's fabulous to hear, both because he's back in the niche and because he's doing better, and that's what we want to hear for everybody.
That's it. All right. Okay, first new patron, thank you, shout out, and FU. And may I say, never trust a guy with two first names.
Ever.
This guy's name is two of the same name. Motherfucking Dennis.
What? Wow, who?
Did he want us to call him Double D? Because I love that.
Well, we have to come up with a last name, too, because that's how it works. So Double D Linquist.
Double D Linquist?
Yeah. Double D Linquist.
That sounds like a porn star name.
Certainly does.
Double Delinquent. I like Linquent better.
Delinquent?
Yes, Delinquent.
Sure.
Double Delinquent.
Now it sounds like a rapper.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's your choice, man. You want to be a mad rapper or a porn star. It's up to you.
How about Double D Spready?
Let's thank the next person. I don't know why anybody wants these. I really don't.
Okay, last shout out of the day. Daniel Jackson, big FU DJ. This is like imposter DJ?
Well, we already have an E-Jack. This could be D-Jack.
D-Jack,
which
yeah.
also kind of sounds like a porn star name.
Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, we've moved on from cam girls to full-on porn star. It's like somebody saw you and they signed you.
Yeah.
They signed you.
Wow, they can put a whole wine glass in there and not break it.
Ooh.
Sign them up.
That is not what I want to be. I'm not interested.
Hey, man, if it's some kind of cam girl shit, like, nothing's to stop you from asking for that, I assume.
I suppose, yeah, if you got enough coins.
Yeah, it's like, here's some coins. Here's what I want to see.
What do they use on
matter with
Twitch?
you?
What do you use on Twitch? Bits?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm not on Twitch.
I'm not on Twitch either. Are cam girls on Twitch?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. 'Cause I did watch one show on Twitch, and they got in trouble because a girl's outfit looked like underwear. It wasn't underwear, but it looked like underwear.
Oh, it's like those T-shirts that look like muscle shirts? Or like
Sorta.
sweater vests?
Sorta, yeah.
Except it was like panties?
Yeah. Well, it was like leggings with like the underwear over top of the leggings.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like Harley Quinn style?
Yeah, and they're
Okay.
like, you can't show underpants. And it's like, what the fuck? She was wearing pants. They were under overpants.
Overpants.
Get off my back, censors.
Get off my underwear.
There's not even a skid mark.
Oh.
Like, shit.
Burrito cam girl.
Ooh.
Should have skipped lunch today. Oh, well, that's probably enough dirty talk for the week.
Yeah. Welcome aboard, everyone.
Yeah, we're going to do it again tomorrow when we thank a couple patrons. Oh, well, that's fun. You know what? We like that. And you know what? Just the legit, genuine, joking conversation like that is a really good warm-up for the rest of the show. It puts us in a good mood to have I'm going to say a positive take on the sets because we do like them.
Absolutely.
We do like them. We do like that core set 21 is going to be like the normal price point.
Hell yeah.
JumpStart, I haven't seen what any of the 20 card boosters are worth, but I'm going to assume they are, as far as like going from 15 to 20 card boosters, I'm going to assume that they are, 20% more. Like the extra cards are kind of just basic lands for when you shuffle the packs together, right?
Yeah, like we talked about this before the show started, where like if they do charge a premium, I don't know, like it's been a long time since I drafted, but you draft a 40 card deck, you usually want 14 land in it, which means
17 land.
That's even worse. That's even worse because they have to include the land in the pack. So yeah, you're getting 20 cards, but at least 7 of them are going to be basic land or land of some kind. And there isn't like a sick rare land cycle in here. There's a really good common one, but
I can't confirm that because I just don't know. I haven't done the research. Like I know that you get 2 40 card packs. Newsflash, we're talking about JumpStart today.
Yeah. Whoops.
You get 2 20 card packs, you shuffle them together and you play. And the theme packs are stacked essentially. You were asking about this before the game. I read that you crack a 20 card pack and inside that 20 card pack, they're wrapped or sealed again to tell you what theme they are. Let's say it's cats. Let's say it's Phyrexians, pirates, vampires, unicorns, dinosaurs. Whatever it is, you are made aware of what that is. So, zombies.
Sure.
You want zombie pirates? Zombie pirates. You want butt pirates? Butt pirates.
Yeah.
Don't Google that.
No.
You want cam girl pirates?
Wait till next set.
Yes. You get the pirate one, and it's random. So your 20 card booster pack, you don't know what's in it.
Oh, that was my next thing. Because I was thinking, like,
Exactly.
some of these packs are going to be so expensive, and some of them are not. Because some
Yes.
of them are just worth more than other ones.
And that's how you mitigate, like, the rat precon with the Umezawa's Jitte in it.
Right.
You just make it random within the pack. So you want the Oracle Moldaya, buy a booster box because you'll probably get it.
Yeah.
Right? So you open up your 20 card pack. Oh, it's zombies. I'll buy another 20 card pack. Oh, it's pirates. I guess I'm pirate zombies today. Shuffle them up. You get cat unicorns.
Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. You get cat unicorns. It's obviously Celestia. I'm going to probably beat you.
Yes.
And we just jam. I don't know if you have to add extra basics. Let us know on Twitter at CCO Podcast, at CCO Brando, if you have to add extra basics.
Yeah, like, I feel like you kind of don't, and that's why each of the themes have those really cool basics. Let's do it right now. What's your favorite basic? Just real quick.
Oh, dude, there are so many.
So many of them are so awesome. My favorite one is the Witch's Swamp with the eyeballs.
Oh,
and
I was going to
stuff.
say the eyeball swamp is cool.
I freaking love that land. I super do, and I'm really glad it doesn't come in foil, because now I don't have to buy a million of them.
Yeah, I'm really glad they don't come in foil so I can do altered art versions. I'm thinking about doing a week of the Thursday auctions that's just, like, all the cards are JumpStart basic lands
Neat.
for auction because there's cool. The mountains are cool, and they all are so visually different.
Yeah.
And so visually nothing like we've done before because they're not tied to any world.
Yeah, they're tied to a theme, which is cool.
Yeah, there's a witch one. There's like the graveyard swamps. Everybody kind of likes the graveyardy swamps. There's like a zombie one. There's a
With the
goblin
big hand
mountain
on it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and there's that one too.
Yeah, like there's some cool ass land.
Oh
in this
yeah,
set.
the island with the books.
Fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, there's some cool land. So I guess that's our first good vibe of the week is we like the basics. I get excited about basics frequently in sets because I like the art. I like altering them. You like getting new foil basics that maybe thematically tie to your deck in some way.
Hell yeah.
So I think the basics in JumpStart kind of service both of us in that regard.
Aside from the fact that I can't get foils, which is, I don't know, man. That's hard. I haven't played a non-foil basic in, I shit you not, 14 years.
Oh, yeah?
Not a single one.
Wow.
Not a single one.
That's awesome. Oh, man, that's cool. Well, who knows? Maybe they'll put them... Maybe it'll be like the basics that come in whatever, like collector boosters or some...
Sure.
Next year's Magic Fest lands or something.
Ooh.
That'd be cool, eh? They get
That
the
would
little Magic Fest logo or whatever Magic Fests are going to turn into if they don't kind of go back to Magic Fest.
I hope they go back to Magic Fest.
Oh, I do too.
I love Magic Fest.
Yeah, they're the fucking greatest.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They really are.
So we're going to talk about the legendary Creech and the legendary Creech from JumpStart and Core Set 21.
Yeah, there's a surprisingly small number, I think. Like, it feels like it's a small number, and I think a lot of them... Oh, you fucking guy.
We're getting middle fingered from another studio member.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Let's push him out that window.
Oh, man.
Let's not kill him. Let's just maim him.
Let's just hurt him real bad.
No, we're not going to.
No, we're not going to do this. What were we saying? Oh, right. A surprisingly small number. As if these sets weren't designed to appeal to Commander players.
Oh, yeah. Here's Brando's first criticism. Here we come.
No, that's not even a criticism. You know what? Because it's aimed at me, and there's so many things in here just for me. I'm not mad.
And so many things in here that are not only just for you, but also things that you like.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you don't like anything.
I know, right? Like, I have this little itty-bitty niche of things that I enjoy, and they're all here. So
That's it. You've got dinosaurs, you've got commandees, you've got things rebranded as dogs.
yeah, I like dogs. I like goblins. I like all sorts of fun stuff.
Hey, you know what? Yesterday's hint on the CCO pre-show, do you want to do the honors? Because this is kind of your card, and we went pretty deep on this before the recording so we could talk about it.
This card is a fucking house.
This is Brando Rock Hard incarnate.
Dude. I said it on Twitter. I will say it on this show. I get a fucking erection every time I think about this card.
I don't want to know.
I'm not even kidding. And it is Muxus or Muxus, however you want to say it, Goblin Grandee.
Grandee.
So if you guessed that, you're going to win some prizes. And if you get one of these, you're probably going to win some games.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, this is a good one. It's even better in the 40-card deck where probably every goblin in your deck is going to hit.
Yeah. Well,
Do you want to start with them? Let's start with them. This is the first card we're going to review.
Sure. Muxus Goblin Grandee is a 4/4 for red 4. 6-cost Goblin Noble.
It's okay.
When he comes into play, you look at the top 6 cards of your library. You put all goblin creature cards with converted mana cost 5 or less from among them into play. The rest go on the bottom of your library in a random order. And as if that wasn't enough, whenever he attacks, he gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other goblin you control.
Oh, you know what? When we were doing the math, we didn't even take that into account.
Yeah.
We didn't even take that into account. That's like an extra 30 damage on top of what we said.
Yeah.
So if you get the trample goblin, then of course you get the trample goblin because it's going to allow you to kill another player as long as they're at 30 or less life.
Well, no, he's your commander.
Oh, he's your commander.
Yeah, like essentially what he says is if you have played him with a goblin recruiter, you win the game. So if you have goblin recruiters, hang on to those suckers because I think, I'm not going to say they're going to spike up to $1 bazillion, but maybe they're worth $1.
Okay, let's see if I got this right. Okay. First of all, 6-mana goblin commander.
Ooh.
Most likely, we're going to want a bunch of mana rocks.
Sure.
Yes, we're going to. We're going to want the Sol Rings, the Mana Crypts, the Mana Vaults, the Grim Monoliths, all the expensive shit so we can get this guy like on turn 2 or turn 3.
Hell yeah.
6 mana on turn 3 is like totally fine, even off of like Mind Stones and shit.
Yeah, man.
Right? Anything that's going to get you ahead.
As long as 2 of them are red, you're good to go.
Yeah, and on turn 2 or 3, that's going to be your real life.
Yeah, dude.
Right? You even want City of Traders, which gives you 2 colorless.
Shit, yeah.
And of course, Ancient Tomb.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you start by doing all that.
Yeah.
You get your Goblin Recruiter.
Right.
You search for 7 cards. Goblin Recruiter says search for any number of goblins, put them on top of your library in any order for 2 mana.
Correct.
You search for, let's see if I got this.
Okay.
Kranko.
Yep.
Because Kranko.
Yeah, Mob Boss.
Kranko Mob Boss, yes.
Yep.
Goblin Chieftain.
Yep.
Goblin War Chief.
Yep.
Those both give haste, and one of them pumps.
Yep.
Okay, so one of them pumps is the important part, and haste is the other important part. So when you get it at the same time as Kranko, you can immediately tap Kranko.
You could also get a Goblin King instead of a Goblin War Chief, based on the situation you find yourself in.
Yes. Haste redundancy might be important.
Yes.
But +1 and or Mountain Walk is also important.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say Chieftain and War Chief, because haste.
Yes.
Kranko. The one that gives Battalion +1/+0 and Trample.
What the hell is that card called? Legion Loyalist.
Legion Loyalist, because Trample.
Yes.
And +1 if we have to.
And I think First Strike also. And can't be blocked by tokens.
Okay, that's
Because,
fine.
of course, for 1.
Yeah. So that's 4. We want a Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker, and we want a Conspicuous Snoop. That's 6. That's 6 goblins.
And you want a Siege Gang Commander also.
And a Beetleback Chief. That's what we said. So that's 8. You don't need the Beetleback Chief, so you could have 7 on top, but 8 is fine too because it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you have 7 on top, you put the Kiki Jiki 7th from the top, and then you cast your Muxus. You get all 6 of what you put on top of your library onto the battlefield. Your 6 goblins plus your Muxus plus your Goblin Recruiter is going to actually be 11 goblins.
Yeah.
If you didn't want a redundancy in haste and you wanted a Beetleback Chief, that's going to be 14 goblins.
Several goblins.
You can immediately tap Kranko to go up to 26 goblins.
26 goblins.
26 goblins. They all have haste. They all have +1 or +2 or +3 power, and you can attack.
Yeah, and they will have like trample and first strike and haste and all that good stuff.
That's right. So if you've got 3 or 4 power goblins to the tune of 20 something, you're going to be doing 60 or 70 damage, plus Muxus gets +20 or whatever.
Yeah, so somebody's just going to get ended by Muxus, and everybody else probably just gets wrecked by the goblins. But wait,
There's more.
There's more.
You've got a Conspicuous Snoop on the battlefield that has the activated abilities of all cards on the top of your library, which is now Kiki Jiki because he was 7th from the top.
That's right.
You can tap your Conspicuous Snoop to make a copy of itself. No.
Yep. You make a copy of itself, which comes into play untapped, and the copy is not legendary, but it still has Kiki Jiki's ability.
Oh, yeah, because Kiki Jiki says you can't target it because you can't target legendary stuff, but Conspicuous Snoop isn't legendary.
Yeah, so you make however many conspicuous snoops, you make 1,000,000 of them. Then with the last untapped one, you copy your Goblin Recruiter again, and you get rid of that Kiki Jiki because you don't need him no more, and you put a Mog Fanatic on the top of your library, and then you just sack your 1,000,000 snoops to kill everybody.
That is probably plan A, but if your Kiki Jiki gets shuffled or milled or what have you at instant speed, or your conspicuous snoop dies, you have your backup plan with haste redundancy to do 60 or 80 damage.
Yeah. The backup plan of kill everybody.
That is so sick.
Muxus is awesome. I love that card. I don't know if you can hear it, but rock hard. I can't say enough good stuff about this card. All right, so that's my favorite one. Do you have a favorite one that you want to start with?
I have the most favorite of favorites. And furthermore, I have favorites.
Oh, that's a throwback to the card. People are going to be able to guess what it is now.
Oh, yeah, that's it. This is... read his name.
His name is Shopvac the Grandiloquent.
I was going to say Bruvak.
Bravac.
Bruvac?
I like Shopvac better.
Shopvac.
Yeah.
Sounds like an altar. This is a legendary creature, 1/4. So he's going to be a better blocker than you think. For blue, 2. So above rate as far as blockers are concerned. Because he's got 1 power.
Right.
If an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill twice that many instead.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, baby. And he just happens to be a human advisor.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Straight into Pramicon Petitioners, baby. My favorite deck.
Oh, man. That's really all you can say about it. Mill is a thing that exists.
And you know what? They keyworded mill now, too.
Which is cool. I like that.
That's cool. Yeah. You know what? Every single new player of all time ever, when talking to a player who says, oh, yeah, you just mill 2 or whatever, right? And they say, what's mill? It's never had an explanation on a card. Now it does.
Excellent. Yeah, there we go. The furthering of the game.
Yeah, so mill's a thing. This is great. It's an advisor. It's going to be a mill deck. It's kind of an instant kill with Traumatize, which is just like mill half your library, then
mill half your library
mill
again.
Twice that much. Your full library, loser. And it kind of also is an instant win if you have a Lab Maniac in play and then you traumatize your fucking self. You never traumatized yourself, have you?
Have I ever? Of course I have.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Who do you think you're talking to? Traumatizing EDH is only for traumatizing yourself, Ryan. That's what it's there for,
man.
dude.
Yeah, that's great.
So we talked about, I think, last week, where I think mill is fun, and yeah, it can be junky sometimes, but hey, they're giving it a leg up, and they're putting it into a deck that I think a lot of people have been building or already have, so that's cool.
Yeah, very much so. Let's move on let's do the new legendaries, and then we'll maybe skip back to some of the noteworthy reprints. And just for everybody's reference, we are on Scryfall. We've typed creature, legendary, and JumpStart.
Yeah, if you want to follow along at home.
Yeah, and shout out to any of the editors that offered to help us. If you guys want to get this audio file and start putting together a show for us to see how it looks, feel free to contact us, or we'll maybe reach out to you guys because you are numerous, and thanks for offering.
Yeah, we appreciate all of the people who have offered a helping hand for our totally incompetent asses.
Yeah, very much so.
All right, next card is Emile the Blessed.
Yeah, my friend from Quebec, Emile.
With a vaguely phallic unicorn horn.
Yeah, I know that there's like unicorn fan people out there, and we shouldn't joke about... I mean, yeah, fuck, we're going to.
They know where they are.
Yeah, it's just, why is it curved? Their horns aren't supposed to be curved.
They're always
this is
straight.
Why.
Yeah, they're always straight for stabbing. That's what they're for.
Give it a
Unicorn
read.
horns are for stabbing. Emile the Blessed is a 4/4 for white 2 legendary creature unicorn. 3, exile another target creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control, so you blink something, or whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 Celestian mana, that's green or white. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. If it's a unicorn, you put 2 counters on it instead.
So this is our unicorn tribal.
Yes.
I'm sure we've got unicorns in white and green throughout the history of Magic.
Yes.
I know there's lots in white, or a majority of them are in white.
Yeah, there's a few of them in green as well. There's that one, is it prized unicorn? There's one that everything has to block it, I think, and there's a few of them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's one that all of your creatures come into play with a +1/+1 counter on it. That's another.
Oh, okay.
That's
So it could be like Selesnya unicorn +1 type deck.
Yeah, well, it's a Celestia deck.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, it's another Celestia.
You know
deck.
what? I do have to. We ragged on the art a little bit, but how about the photorealism in that?
Oh hell yeah! The rest of except for that curved horn, which is just kind of vaguely not the best, everything else about that is really cool.
That's just a nice ass picture, hey?
Some of these cards, we don't know if they're gonna be in foil, but man, that'd be a nice foil.
That'd be a nice foil.
That'd be a nice ass foil card. Probably not as nice ass of a foil card as Ineaz the Gale Force.
Yeah, it's probably fine foil. This is the next in the long line of monocolor, but has a hybrid in its text box.
Yeah.
So this is a 4/4 legendary creature Djinn for blue 3 flying. You can do its activated ability is Azorius and 2 attacking creatures with flying get +1/+1 until end of turn. Whenever 3 or more creatures you control with flying attack, each player gains control of a non-land permanent of your choice controlled by a player to their right.
This sounds like a nightmare.
This is a little bit tricky. It's almost like Aminatu's ultimate, where you just pass around all of your permanents. This would probably be fun. If I did that ability, or if I resolved that ability, I would choose my permanent and it would go to you. I would choose your permanent, it would go to FU Smitty. I would choose Smitty's, it would go to FU Aiden.
Yeah.
And I would choose Aiden's, it would come to me. So I make all the decisions if I resolve the ability, which is powerful.
Yeah.
I give you my shittiest non-land, and I give everybody the least opportune thing, and I take Aiden's best thing.
Yeah, you can disable strategies that are hinging around a particular card. You can do all kinds of damage with stuff like this. It's just, can you imagine playing this in VDH?
Oh yeah, there's cards.
You can't even do it.
Yeah, there's cards like this and like Gonti that do not kind of bode well. Send triplets that just don't bode well for VEDH. Soft ban, community ban for VEDH. I don't want to say that that's a thing, but people kind of it's an unwritten rule. No Gontis, no send triplets, right? It's just like, What am I going to text message you if you Gonti me? Like, here's my cards, right?
Yeah, it's silly. But yeah, she's cool. She'll be kind of obnoxious probably, but I think that she's good. I think she's fun, and we'll see some neat decks come out of her.
Yeah, I think that this is going to go in the Aminatu deck, and I also think that it's important to make sure if you're playing the same color sleeves to get your cards back at the end of the game.
Very important.
Everybody's playing black fucking matte Dragon Shields or whatever. It's like, okay, make sure you get your things back.
Yeah, man. How about Kel's the Fight Fixer?
Oh, yeah, this is our next hybrid in its text box. This is a 4/3 Azra Warlock, so she's from the Battle Bond plane.
Yes.
That's where that creature type is from.
You could tell that because she's called a Fight Fixer.
Black 2, Azra Warlock, Menace, means she can only be blocked by 2 or more creatures.
Is that what that means?
That is what it means. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may pay Dimir Hybrid. If you do, draw a card. This is a sneakily powerful card because we be sacrificing creatures all the time.
Oh, all day.
Yeah, because I want to sacrifice them or because you make me. As long as I've got mana open, and in Dimir, I'm going to have mana open because I want to hold up instant speed junk.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah. But there's another ability. You could pay 1, sacrifice a creature.
Oh, it does it all on the card.
Yeah. Kel's Fight Fixer gains indestructible until end of turn.
That's kind of whatever. But you're sacking a dude. So.
She's going to die. She's like, no, I'm just going to... Essentially, it's pay 2, regenerate, draw a card. But it's better because you don't have to tap it.
Yeah.
And if it dies again, it doesn't die again because it's indestructible.
Of course it is. All right, moving along. We get... What?
Oh, this is the low-res card that you couldn't read. If anybody watched the pre-show, they'll know what we're talking about.
Lena Selfless Champion.
That's it.
Yeah, is a 3/3 human knight for white 4. When it comes into play, you create a 1/1 white soldier creature token for each non-token creature you control and you can sack her, and creatures you control with power less than hers gain indestructible until end of turn.
This is an in the 99 knight type thing, right? She doubles your creatures, but she doubles the number of bodies you have.
Yeah. She's a haymaker in the Mardu Knights deck. That's what she is.
I think that's appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah. She's good, but she's not. I don't think she's going to be helming too many decks.
Yeah, and I don't want to sweep the first white commander under the rug because we're going to get to one that's like really actually pretty good and pretty prolific for white. So let's press on.
Sure. So we'll go over, I'm just going to mention Muxus again because
new.
Fuck yeah, dude. And then we'll go on to Naeth of the Dire Hunt.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some talk about this being a CEDH commandy. This is a 3/3 human warrior for green 2. Whenever one or more creatures you control fights or becomes blocked, draw a card.
Hell yeah.
So when our creatures do stuff that we're going to do in a Gruul deck, because this has got a Gruul mana symbol in its text box, we're going to draw cards.
Hell yeah.
So that's cool. At the beginning of combat on your turn, on our turn, you may pay 2 and Gruul. If you do, double target creature's power until end of turn.
Oh. And it has to be blocked this combat if able.
And it has to be blocked, yeah.
So you're going to kill something and draw a card.
So we're going to double a power. So it's like we're going to berserk something, right? Except we don't have to destroy it at the end of turn.
You're going to Xenagos something.
Yeah, we're going to Xenagos something, then we're going to draw a card.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a neat... It's kind of just gruely. It just does Gruul things, but very powerful, not to be underestimated. I dig him.
Yeah, it turns all of your creatures, or it turns this specific creature. What is their name? Naeth? Naeth is a 3/3, so in CEDH, you can just pay go to combat, pay 3, comes a 6/3, kill the Tymnas and the Thrasioses, and then draw a card.
There you go.
Yeah. And take 6.
And take 6 is a good feeling.
This is like Gruul stacks. just in CEDH, though. I don't think a 6/3 consistently kills things and doesn't die in regular EDH.
No.
But in CEDH, it's going to get all those pesky commanders, and it's going to get mana dorks, and it's going to get hinge points that strategies in CEDH that rely on creatures. It's going to get those creatures.
Dig it.
So, cool.
Next up, we have Ormos, the Archive Keeper.
Ooh, yeah. You take this one because this one's a little bit strange.
All right, it is a 5/5 Sphinx for blue 4 with flying. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, instead, it gets 5+1/+1 counters, and then it has blue 1, discard 3 cards with different names, draw 5 cards.
So instead of winning the game, make it a 10-10.
Well, no, because you discard 3 and then draw 5. So if your thing's open, he turns into, what is it, a 30/30.
Those draw 5s are all one instance of draw.
That's bullshit.
And that triggers when you draw.
It just sucks.
Or actually, it doesn't even trigger. It's a replacement effect because it says instead.
Oh, that's terrible.
So yeah, instead of drawing 5, if that's what you do, you just make it a 10-10. But if you can activate that a couple times.
Nah, that's awful. I hate it.
That could be like you could fucking traumatize yourself and then go Voltron.
There's virtually no situation in which I can see this card actually being good.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
I don't know. Does it go in the mono blue deck that's looking to win with Lab Maniac and casual, but then this is your backup if your Lab Man gets exiled?
Then just win with Lab Man or Jace, because this isn't going to... There's already 3 effects that do that.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't do that. This one's kill yourself and then hope to God that none of the other 3 people will kill that on you, because they will.
You know what? I think this is for the sadists who like Lab Man but don't want to be that Lab Man guy.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of like this card.
I appreciate what it's doing, but I think in the general sense, it's not good. In the CCO sense, awesome.
You know what? This is the first in an experimental line, I bet you, that they're seeing what do we got to do to make people who like that Lab Man effect, what do we got to do to make them play that effect in not Lab Man? Is a 10-10 for 6 that flies, is that good? Are you going to play a 10-10 for 6 with no library? Oh, no, nobody's going to fucking play it. Are you going to play a 2020? They're going to make Gulta, and then they're just going to say double its power because it's green, double its power if you have no cards in your library.
Whew.
Right? And all of a sudden you've got a 24-24. Like, is that the card that we're going to play with no cards in our library? This is going to be a thing.
Oh, man. Next up, we have Sethron Hurloon General.
Oh, get your fucking didgeridoos, people. That card spikes huge every time. That card spikes huge every time any legendary creature that says Minotaur is printed.
Yep.
Give this a read.
All right. He is a 4/4 for red 3. Whenever it or another non-token Minotaur enters the battlefield under your control, you can create a 2/3 red Minotaur creature token, and it has Rakdos and 2, meaning red or black. Minotaurs you control get +1/+0 and gain menace and haste until end of turn.
So you can just spam that and give your Minotaurs like +4/+0.
Sure.
And menace and haste is multiple instances are redundant, so it doesn't matter. But that is a Minotaur tribal commander.
It is.
Yeah, and I believe we get another Minotaur Lord in JumpStart proper. We'll probably cover that tomorrow.
Most likely.
Okay, that's a cool one. We've got 2 more, and then we'll be off to core set 21.
Yeah, people were just creaming their jeans over this one, and I don't really get it. In Tiny Bones Trinket Thief.
Yeah, we actually received a deck. CommanderCookout@gmail.com if you've got deck lists. Everybody.
Hell yeah.
Don't send them to our Twitter. Don't send them through Patreon Messenger. Send them to the email, please.
Yes.
Tiny Bones. Why is its head on sideways?
I don't know.
Is that part of what makes it cute?
I feel like this is one of those things where, like, if you like it as much as people seem to like it, just get it tattooed on your leg and stop pretending like it's this amazing commander card.
You know, people have gotten CCO tattoos on their leg, hey?
Fuck yeah, they have.
Okay, well, Tiny Bones, Skeleton Rogue 1/2 for black 1. So we got a 2-mana commandy. It's relevant.
It's 100% more mana than my commander, so
Yeah.
whatever.
At the beginning of your end step, if an opponent discarded a card this turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. So we want people to discard stuff so we can draw stuff.
Sure.
Okay, we could pay red. Okay, we can play black 4. Each opponent with no cards in hand loses 10 life. Ooh.
Not irrelevant. Not irrelevant.
No.
You will definitely wreck that mono white player.
Yeah, you know what I love? I love playing fucking bad discard spells like Mind Rot. Target player discards 3. I like playing good discard spells like Mind Twist.
Or Hymn to Torak.
Yeah, let's play all of those because those are relatively or exclusively not played in Commander.
Sure.
And then let's just jam the big black mana package and spam that 6 mana ability to make people lose 10 life at a time.
Sure.
That's the deck unless you're playing some CEDH black stacks deck.
Yeah.
I feel like Wizards is doing a pretty good job in that range. They're giving us something very underserviced in Commander, just like that Gruul one that doubles power then fights.
Yeah.
We're doubling power again, which people like to do in casual Commander, but it also has this CEDH stacks deck. And then Tiny Bones, same thing. We're doing something that's underserviced in Commander, but we can also build this stacks deck if we want it to be more powerful. And stacks, I think, for the upper echelons of the format is a welcome addition. Maybe CEDH people tell me if I'm wrong, Spike Feeders or whoever tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But if it's not a combo deck and that's trying to race to its turn whatever victory, if we can do something that's fun and interactive and it's going to lengthen the game out to make CEDH that more long game social experience like regular Commander, I think that is a boon to kind of bridge the gap between the formats.
Good take.
Yeah, there it is.
Solid take. All right, last one of the new commandees from JumpStart. We have Zerzoth Chaos Rider.
This guy has got a kind of a cool art too. He's riding that thing.
He is. Don't Google that.
No, give him a read.
He's a 2/3 for red 2. He is the devil.
He is a devil.
Whatever. Whenever an opponent draws their first card each turn, if it's not their turn, you create a 1/1 red devil creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. And whenever one or more devils you control attack one or more players, you and those players each draw a card, then discard a card at random.
So our opponents will be drawing on not their turn, because they draw when we attack,
Because we're going to attack them with little devils.
then we get devils. Is that how that works?
Yes. You attack with a devil, then you get a devil.
Okay.
It is a devil, so it triggers itself. It's neat.
It is neat. I like that it has a tribal type of build. I like that we're going to have to play bad fucking cards. I love
And
playing bad cards.
Most of the devils are bad cards.
Are we going to put Tybalt in this deck?
Of course you are.
100%. We're going
Absolutely.
to put both Tybals in this deck.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to put 5 Tybalts in this
Yeah,
deck.
I'll cheat. I'll just play one of each art, Jesse, and it's going to be great.
Is this guy the only Devil Commander proper?
Yes.
Discounting Morophone, of course.
Him and...
Who cares? This is the only Devil.
Yeah.
He is the Devil.
Yeah,
You're right.
that's what I said.
He's the fucking Devil.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So that's the last one. Why don't you give us a quick run through of, I guess, notable reprints to legendary creatures? There's a few of them.
Sure, we got Drana Liberator of Malakir. She's vampire. She's ally. She's fine.
Sure.
There's a Galta.
I don't actually own a Galta, so I'm excited for that.
Big dinosaur. Cool commander. But just kind of there. I was pumped to see Ghoulcaller Gisa, but I'm not sure if there's going to be foils. So that's my one major actual little pissy complaint about this set is there's a reprint of Ghoulcaller Gisa that I can't get in foil for my fucking commander deck.
Well, you know what? If you can get me one, with the fancy new legendary frame, maybe I'll get you an altar for your birthday.
Oh, that'd be nice. Sweet. Okay, never mind. Complaint erased. With Isimara Hound of Conda, easy for me to say, been rebranded as a dog in line with the new Hounds or Dogs thing. That's whatever it is. Kira, Great Glass Spinner, another good reprint, a good card on the 99.
Yeah, and kind of a few bucks too, hey?
Yeah, so
I guess Galta was a few bucks and
Yeah, Galta's
Ghoulcaller was a few bucks.
yeah, there's lots of like $5-6 reprints, just bringing them into line. I like that. Macias the Lunarch, probably not the Macias that we needed, but the one that we got. It's cool to see him again.
Yeah, that's like the Batman Macias. It's the one that we...
It's the one that we have now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how that goes, but...
Silvala was a big money card.
That's like
getting
a
reprint.
$40 card, hey?
So super happy to see that get a reprint. I'm definitely going to pick up one of those. I couldn't justify it before, but good to see her back. Shieldred Whispering One, another high dollar card that's a good EDH staple. Lots of people want her. Now hopefully they'll be able to afford to play her.
Yep, 100%.
And lastly, there's Talaran Sky Summoner. I don't think anybody really wants to see him around anymore, and he wasn't a huge dollar value, I don't think, at any point.
I think he'll go in the Merfolk or the Wizard JumpStart pack, whatever that is.
Yeah, and
it's actually a good card in Commander because it's going to give you like blocker value. And they fly, right?
it gives you blockers for being the smartest Magic player at the table.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's that. So I think that the reprints at the legendary slot of JumpStart are great. They're needed. They're going to do nothing but good for people who are just starting Commander or enfranchised players that just didn't want to shell out the big dollars for some cards that were underprinted.
Agreed.
So big ups to Wizards on that one. Let's move on to M21.
Yeah, and we have, just to continue the reprint train, we've got another pseudo big dollar card that's been reprinted in Azusa Lost But Seeking. This is our first commander of the core set 2021, and we're on Scryfall again. Core set 21, legendary creature. If you want to follow along or make us a video.
Yeah, the key to Azusa Lost But Seeking, and I said this with Wayward Swordtooth, and I was right. I said it with Exploration, and I was right again. And I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to be right. So please listen to me. Buy your Azusas now, because as the time goes on, she's going to go back up, because these play extra land things are always going to be worth money, but they go down a fair bit when there's one in a current set.
Yeah, as long as Magic and Commander as a format is growing, more people are going to get into the format. Azusa is arguably the best in-slot version of the play extra land cards. She's legendary. She's a little bit tricky to find. She's going to go back up. I think she was seeing some play in some other formats for a while. So, yeah, she's going to go down from the 20 whatever dollars she's at to maybe 10 or 8, and she's going to tick back up. Maybe not to 20 or 25 or $29 like she was at this year, but she's going to go back up.
And now she's being reprinted with the cool new art, but she'll also have the extended border and the foil extended border for all the people that are into that.
Yeah,
So-
can I have a criticism now? Can I have a turn?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm looking at the promos and the set release and the extended borders and the showcases, just as an example, and you're gonna lose your fucking mind when you see this.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. My body's ready, Ryan. Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
I just brought up all of the different printings just as an example for Teferi Master of Time. We're not talking about the proper cards in the set yet, but
Is it fucking 9?
There are 9 different printings of this card between regular, showcase, alternate art, full border, and literally, like...
But it looks like the same card 8 times.
Yeah, they're just color shifted a little bit, right? They're just color shifted. Those time waves around him are just color shifted. And you know how I know that they're not the same card, even though they look fucking exactly the same? So when you look at the collector number, 290, 291, 292, 293, 281, 277, 276, 275, and 75.
What the hell?
Are the collector numbers. If you are trying to be a completionist collecting everything in Magic sets these days, you're an idiot and you're wasting money.
Yes.
And I hate to be demeaning to anybody who is doing that, but there are better things that you can be spending your money on. Donate to some charity. Like, people need your money these days. Don't spend money on 9 fucking different Teferis.
Yeah, don't support that crap. Like, I'm looking at it from farther away than Ryan is because his screen is in front of him and my eyes aren't the strongest. And it literally looks like 8 cards
that are identical.
Exactly the same, and then an extended art one. I'm kind of disappointed with the showcase art in M21, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there's no reason that it should exist. There's no theme. The set isn't tied to a plane. There's no story. And they're doing exactly what I just told people not to do. They're all the way in on special borders and different frames and art treatments. And while under normal circumstances, that's cool. The fairy tale ones from Eldraine were cool. Oh, yeah. The Greek statues from Theros were cool. The comic book and Godzilla cards from Ikoria were cool.
Unreal cool.
And a lot of those do demand, based on coolness factor and rarity, demand a higher price point because they're more desirable, or they're only available in foil, or only available in Japanese. Those are cool. I support buying those. I'm collecting some myself. 8 different Teferis with nearly identical art, but a different frame treatment, and a 9th one that has what would be considered the regular art or the same art from a different fucking angle.
Get out of here.
That's full border.
Yeah, just get out of here.
I can't support it. And I love to find the positive side of the things that Wizards does when generally you're the one that's negative, right? But that is my criticism for the set. I don't think people should be spending extra money on trying to get every Teferi, or even special, or even spending more money to get a special version of Teferi, because the art is the same.
Exactly the same. And I'm with you on that one. I'd thought about that too, but I wasn't sure if we should bring it up because I didn't want to be that guy.
Well,
but here we are.
I will carry the torch of that guy.
I'm glad that you carried the bricks for me because I'm with you on that one.
All right. Well, let's get to, speaking of time and Teleria.
To summarize everything we just said, Azusa's a great reprint, and I'm really happy she's back in the set.
Oh, man, I was going to move on to Baron, Telerian Archmage.
And we can totally do that. He's a human wizard, 2/2 for blue, 1. When he enters the battlefield, return up to 1 target creature or planeswalker to his owner's hand, and at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent was put into your hand from the battlefield this turn, draw a card.
Creature or planeswalker permanent to its owner's hand. I could bounce your creature or planeswalker to fuck with your loyalty or your creature.
Yep.
I could bounce something back to my hand to reset my loyalty or take advantage of an ETB trigger. And then I can draw a card at the end of turn if I bounce my own thing.
Yes. You could save your own thing, sort of, and then I guess he can't. He doesn't have flash.
He doesn't have flash.
He sucks.
Yeah, F this guy. Play the original Baron from Urza's Saga. That was my very first EDH deck ever. Yeah, back in the days of Telerian Academy and Emrakul, baby. And I'd sacrifice my Emrakul to Baron to bounce a permanent, and then I'd get it back from my graveyard. With my Telerian Academy mana, you could just do that several times a turn and then just get all the Emrakul turns.
Gross.
Yeah, that's why all of those cards are banned.
Oh. I don't know, I'm vaguely underwhelmed by him as a commander.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I've heard some talk that he might be good in Standard for the reasons that I had said. He services the humans and wizard decks, and he could head up that deck. He is a modern interpretation of a character that was on Teleria. So if you're building like a Magic Urza Teleria themed deck, I know that those exist.
Sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a neat one. Next up, we have Gadrak, the Crown Scourge.
Yeah, I love a good Gad rack.
Don't Google that.
No. Also a card that people are talking about in Standard, which is cool because they're giving us legendary creatures. And I think some of the reason they're legendary is to limit their number in Standard. But as a side effect, we get fucking cool cards.
Yeah.
Give them a read.
Gadrak, the Crown Scourge is a 5/4 with flying. He's a dragon for red 2. Oh, wow.
Woo, baby.
I wonder how terrible the rest of this card's going to be.
Oh, no, but it's not.
He can't attack unless you control 4 or more artifacts.
Don't care.
Sure. And at the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token. And that's the sacking one. And you get it for each non-token creature that died this turn. Ooh.
Kill some stuff. Get some treasures. Play some mana rocks.
Wreck house.
Beat face. Yeah, he flies. Be so cool if he had haste, but
alas.
Yeah, you could probably have 4 artifacts. Is it 4? Yeah, 4 artifacts on turn 3. That could probably be a thing in a red artifacty deck.
Yep.
And then you could just smash house for 3 mana if it had haste.
I'm gonna play it in my Brutaclad in the 7-inch dwarves deck.
Oh yeah.
Because he makes treasure tokens for when people block my big beefy dwarves.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, yeah, throw your bro in front of that.
Okay.
Crush him. Turn it into a treasure token, which gets me another 7 dwarf.
Yes.
There's so many cards in this set, Ryan. I am pumped. Next up, we have Jul Rail Mulwavi Recluse. Cool art on this one.
Joriel. This is a character from Mercadia, I think, right?
Yes. Empress of Beasts.
Yep.
She was my first stop wrathing me Jesse commander because he would play Wrath of God and I'd discard 2 cards to turn all of his land into dudes.
Yeah, so good. A fine play. I will just let you know.
Thank you.
It counters all fucking Wrath of Gods as long as you have mana open and 2 cards in hand.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is an awesome upgrade to the art.
Yes.
You know what? I don't say this very often, but I would call this art fucking stunning.
I'll go with that. This is a cool picture.
There are so many layers, and just the way that light kind of hits Joriel's right shoulder, but the light's coming from a different place on the Panthers, gives it some depth. There's some kind of temple behind. There's thick jungled trees, the posture, just her body. She's fucking hot.
It's a good it's so good.
Give it a read.
Look it up. All right, so she is a 1/2 for green 1. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/2 green cat creature token and green 4 until end of turn. Creatures you control have base power toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand.
So draw cards when you make cats? Did I read that right?
Yes. No, you make cats to draw cards.
Oh, yes.
Or you draw cards to make cats. Draw cards, make cats. That's what you do. Draw cards, make cats, then use those cards to make cats big.
Yes, if you draw 2 cards a turn, you're making cats.
Yes.
Okay. So baseline, we're going to play the artifact package that draws us cards because that's janky. That's how we're going to get cats. And then we make all of our cats into big bigs based on cards in hand.
Cats.
So if we have something that's a little bit bigger, then we Rishkar's Expertise and just have fucking 90 cards in our hand.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating, but that number could be 9.
It could be very high.
And then you can pay 6, maybe the next turn because Rishkar and then pay 6 is lots of mana, but whatever, just have 7 or 8 or 9 cards in your hand when you activate this, which is not unreasonable with Momentous Fall, Life's Legacy, Rishkar, Harmonize, Shamanic Revelation.
Yeah, not Harmonize though, F that card.
Yeah, F Dana Roach.
Yeah, man. You know why F him? Because he loves Manolith. Hashtag Dana Roach loves Manolith.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got him to pick or say that he would play Manolith on Commander Ad Populum, hey?
Oh.
If I gave him the ultimatum, it was either Manolith or Explosive Vegetation. He picked Manolith. So there it is. He loves Manolith.
Proof.
Yeah.
We have it on tape.
There it is.
Next up is a returning character that I think nobody really wanted to see again, but on a much finer card in Karavik the Spiteful.
Oh yeah, much finer because people are going to love to play against this way more than Karavik the Merciless. This is a 3/2 human warlock for black 2. Other creature get -1/-1.
It's fine.
So that's Knight of Souls Betrayal.
Yeah.
on your commander.
Yeah.
I think that two kind of angles. The black control deck that is aiming to just keep the board clear, a la Knight of Souls Betrayal and Kervik and things of that ilk. Or some kind of combo deck where we cast X1s and have them fucking immediately die.
Yes.
You know the what's the one that makes your creatures cost 2 less but gives all your creatures -1/-1?
Heartless Summoning?
Yes, Heartless Summonings. That was a combo deck like in Standard of old, right?
Yeah.
This. In your command zone.
I think it's fine. I think that what they've done to kind of balance a lot of these out is that's just black. So if you're going to use it as a commander, like it doesn't pigeonhole you, but it takes away some of your options.
That's okay.
And it's not bad. I'm just saying, like, I think that they relegate it from being totally, oh my god, I can't believe you're playing that, it's so oppressive, to that's annoying.
Yeah, and that's completely what that color does, and I would expect that color to do that.
Yeah, I think that he's fine.
And I like that it takes away options. I hate having options.
Yeah, options are for the weak.
Options suck.
Yeah, dude. All right, lots of people are talking about this one as the savior of mono white again in Mangara the Diplomat.
This isn't the savior of mono white. Also another returning character we should mention.
Yep.
This is the start. It's happening. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, roughly 2 to 3 years ago, when we started complaining about fucking white sucking and no card draw, blah, 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 Mark Rosewater's on the record now saying that card draw is too integral a part of the game to have white not have it as a, air quotes, disadvantage. And we're going to start to see white getting cards as a means to disincentivize people to do stuff. This is going to probably lean the color of white away from taxing and stopping and saying no, a la things like Containment Priest and Hate Bears and blah, 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 into, hey, if you do this, I'm going to draw cards. Which is going to be good because in a year or two, once we see 4 or 5 more sets, or 10 in a year.
By December?
Yeah. We're going to start to be able to run both of those, and white is going to actually be able to fill up its hand based on things that we don't want our opponents to do.
Still not the most advantageous way of drawing cards, but yeah, it's a thing. I don't know.
Give him a read. We didn't actually say what he does.
Mangara the Diplomat is a 2/4 human cleric for white 3 with lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, draw a card. Also, whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card.
So that first thing will never trigger. Very rarely.
Yeah, very rarely will that happen.
They will either attack nobody or they will attack somebody who doesn't have a Mangara, right? But probably they'll just attack nobody if the people who don't have Mangara, like opponents 2 and 4, if they don't have a Mangara but they have blockers, no attacks will happen.
Or they'll just punch your lips off with their giant one.
They'll hit you for 1, hit you for 1, hit you for 1, and then hit you for fucking 100.
Yeah, or they'll hit you for 4 because you're not going to block with your Mangara.
Yes.
And you're just going to take 4.
Yeah.
So get used to that.
Yeah. And you know what? Mangara is not a 4/4, so if they are leaving themselves open, we can hit them back for 2 and gain our 2 life back. We sound like we're ragging on the card,
Yeah,
but
it's a great card.
It's got another ability.
Yeah.
Whenever an opponent casts their second spell, each turn draw a card. This is mid to late game going to be huge. How often do you see like creature after a cultivate on 4 2-drop, or mana rock and 2-drop creature, mana dork?
Yeah.
Oh, draw a card.
Is he going to helm all the mono white decks?
No. He's a 99 card.
Is he going to be in the 99 of virtually every mono white deck?
Could be.
I bet he is.
He probably doesn't go in every one, but he is a human, which is a relevant creature type. I wish he was an advisor, alas. But you know what? Like, opponents casting 2 spells late game happens almost on every turn. So you could draw, 2 to 3 cards per round of the table post turn 6.
Cool.
And there's probably 6 or 7 turns left in the game in casual EDH at that point.
Yeah. He's cool. I like him. I don't know if I like white getting the card draw for reasons that I have been more than vocal on in lots of different venues, but I'm fine with this. And I think if people are happy to see it, cool.
Yeah. You know what? All colors do need to draw cards. That is, like I had said a minute ago, it is important in the game that cards can gain actual card advantage. That is important.
Yeah.
And one last thing about Mangara is whenever an opponent, so, if you and Smitty cast like a spell each, I'm not going to draw cards.
Yeah.
You have to cast 2, and Smitty has to cast 2. And one opponent has to cast 2 spells.
Yes. All right, moving along, we have Naimbi Esteemed Speaker. Naimbi Esteemed Speaker.
Nyambi.
Sure.
Legacy card? Maybe. 2 mana.
With Flash.
Flash.
Uh-oh.
She's a flasher. Okay, 2/1 flash for white, blue. When Nyambi Esteemed Speaker enters the battlefield, you may return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, gain life equal to that creature's mana cost. And then she's got white, blue, 1, discard a legendary card, draw 2 cards.
That's neat.
So you can bounce your Baron in standard. And then if you have multiple Barons in your hand at that point, you can discard one of them at the same CMC as Baron and draw 2. Why am I talking about standard?
I don't know. I think in EDH, I think that she's another card that goes in the 99. She probably goes in your Pramicon deck because you can bounce your Persistent Petitioners and gain 3 life.
She's a speaker. She's speaking in obviously some sort of political setting. Why is she a cleric? Why isn't she an advisor?
Because they've already given you the advisor, Ryan.
She's a speaker.
You only
she's
get
literally advising. She's literally telling people stuff.
No, she's not advising them. She's telling them. There's a difference, right?
Oh, I was going to make a political joke, but I'm just going to...
Yeah, we're going to...
Move on.
Arc of the good vibes.
Here
Ryan.
it is.
Let's move on to a good vibe that I love seeing this person. Every time she shows up, I get excited. It's Rada, Heart of Keld.
Yeah, this is a 3/3 elf warrior for red, green, 1. That was the hardest mana cost to say.
Yeah.
As long as it's your turn, Rada, Heart of Keld has first strike. Okay.
Sure.
So first strike when we attack. Okay.
Yeah.
You may look at the top card of your library at any time and you can play land cards from the top of your library.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool with the Azusa that we get in this set.
Yep.
You can pay green, red, 4. Rada gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of lands you control. Holy mother, she's going to get big.
She's going right into Omnath.
She's getting swole.
This girl is going directly into Omnath.
What is she in Omnath on turn 6?
She
like
lets...
a 12/12?
Yeah, she's fucking big. Oh, man. And she lets me play lands off the top of my library. Not negligible.
Yes.
She is good.
I was thinking about this and...
The other 2 Radas?
No, there was this and something else that I was going to cut a couple cards out of my lands deck for just to get more of those extra land effects. This isn't one of those, but if I have an extra land effect and I'm like holding up a Demonic Tutor and a Cyclonic Rift in my hand because I'm that guy.
Of course you are, yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I can just play lands off the top.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Oracle of Maldaya that we're getting.
Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, she basically gives you an extra hype, like air quotes, like an extra card in your hand because you can play the top card of your library if it's a land. So
yeah, and the info of what your next draw is going to be if it's not a land, or if it is a land and you've already played one.
Because playing Gruul has always been about pre-planning. That's right.
Okay.
The smart man's colors, red, green.
The smart man, if every tool is a hammer.
Hey man, when you're a nail.
When everything in the planet is a nail.
Yes.
I'm going to hit everything.
There it is.
That's going to be Brando's next tattoo. You know, like those inspirational quote tattoos that people get on their shoulder in like fancy handwriting?
Everything is a nail.
I'm the fucking hammer. Don't Google that.
Do not. All right, next up we have, I don't know, I'm already tired of the memes.
Yeah, I'm tired of Doggo and Good Boy Tribal.
Yeah, this is a cool card, and I really like it, but... Rin and Seri inseparable.
This is the buy a box promo. So if you're going to buy a box, this is what you're going to get. Cool. I'm sure it's available in some premium collector or something if we have those for, I don't even know. If we've got collector packs for this set, don't we?
Yep.
Okay, so this, you could get a regular one in collector packs if you don't like foils, or you want me to alter it, because I'm not real keen on altering foils. Just FYI. Yeah. Dog cat alters from fucking Nickelodeon. I'm sure I'm going to be requested. Anyways, this is Naya and 1 for a dog cat. Whenever you cast a dog, create a 1/1 green cat token. Whenever you cast a cat, create a 1/1 white dog.
I think those should those are backwards. I think the dog should be green and the cat should be white because we already have white cat tokens. Like, that's another token I have to have in my box.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's fine.
It's a small thing, but it is a thing. And I think that those things need to be respected. Like, we already have a 3/3 Minotaur. Why do we need a 2/3 Minotaur? Because they're afraid that they're going to turn into a 3/3. Like, fuck, just stop it.
Wizards doesn't cater anything to your demographic.
Like, I have a token box that I keep the tokens that my decks make.
Yeah, and it's packed full.
And it's full. And every set, like, my Ikoria decks haven't been built and put together yet, but I have the tokens, and there's a goddamn lot of them that have to fit in that box.
You need a second box.
I need a second token box. I'm running out of room.
Oh, man. You gotta start taking decks apart.
Right? So I can fit all the tokens in them.
Not to have
Jesus
less
Christ.
tokens, but to make room for all the tokens.
Exactly.
Okay, well, you can also go Naya and tap, and Rin and Seri, whatever, inseparable?
Yep.
Yeah. Rin and Seri inseparable deal damage equal to target... Rin and Seri inseparable deals damage to any target equal to the number of dogs you control. You gain life equal to the number of cats you control. So any target is cool.
That's neat.
You can make a bunch of tokens. You can, play something that makes everything all creature types or whatever and get all the damage in life.
And again, they had to backwards that one too because there's lots of cats because they've been printing cats consistently for the last couple of years. And so if they had the cats do damage, and the cats are the ones that are going to hurt you.
Cats are assholes.
Of the cats and dogs thing, there's just too many good cats.
Yeah.
Where, like, you just...
I'm fine with that. I'm cool with how they did that. I'm fine with there being enough cats that they have to warp cards around how they build cats now, because that means that the tribe is growing up. It's coming into its own.
It's supported, and you can build cat decks that aren't all the same. Cool.
Yeah, and I'm sure in... Core set 21, of course, we're getting lots of dogs, but going forward, we're probably going to see a dog or two per set like we did with cats over the last few years, and we're going to move from the 50-some odd hounds that are now dogs to, in a year or two from now, we're going to have 100, which is like a decent amount.
A well-supported tribe. Better than scarecrows.
Yes.
So let's move on to Sabira Tulzidi Caravaneer.
Wow.
What the...
I don't know if you said any of those words correctly, but we're going to go with it.
Sabrina the Teenage Caravaner.
It sounds dirty.
Sure.
She's a 2/3 human shaman for red 2. Probably could be an advisor. Just saying. She's got haste. You can pay 1. Another target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn.
Sounds like it's going into Norin.
Sounds like it should have been going into Petitioner's Tribal, and then when you give them all unblockable, and I attack with my coat of arms and my shared animosity just to fuck with people. Anyways, you could also go red 1 tap, discard your hand. I'm listening. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's like small guy tribal. This would maybe go in the Annex Hardened in the Forge token deck.
It also goes in Goblin decks.
Yes. Yeah, this is a cool card.
This is neat. I think that because...
What if we don't have any cards in our hand anyways?
Exactly.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
And then just like draw 10 cards.
Yeah, because that's what this does.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, this is a good card.
It's worded in such a way that it doesn't allow us to activate the ability and then pump and then still draw. We still have to hit them with small things.
Yes.
Which is, it's fine.
It's fine. Like, there's lots of decks that are going to do that, especially ones that include red because you have goblins. Lots of Naya decks have red in them because that's what makes them Naya decks. So if you're doing tokens with sapperlings or goblins or whatever,
soldiers,
elves even, soldiers, she's a good card.
Even cats in the Ren and Seri deck. Cats or dogs, the 1/1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I was thinking that's fine, like mid to early late game, like turns 5 to 7, and it's like, how many times am I going to need to do that if I swing with like, oh, here's my 7 tokens. Even if you block one of them with your 5/5, I'm going to draw 6 off of 2 mana, and my hand was already empty.
And
how many times am I going to have to draw 6 or 7?
And one of those cards is going to be a fucking goblin recruiter, and you're going to get fucking Mozgoose, and you're going to just wreck people's whole lives, baby.
Mozgoose, that's not even his name.
That's what I'm calling him. Yeah.
All right. Last card of the legendary set review.
Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. So I assume he is in some way related to your girl, Pirate Alenda. Yes.
Yeah. Those Dusk Rosies Rosers.
It's a 1/3 Vamp Cleric for black 2. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life, and black 3 creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn.
So that is Sanguine Bond on a 3-mana command zone sitting card.
Fuck.
So with Black's Tutors, baseline easy mode is all of Black's Tutors, including Grim Tutor, that's getting a reprint, is $27 now instead of $200.
Hell yeah.
We can just go and find Exquisite Blood, also getting a reprint in JumpStart.
Yes.
Yeah, those things are going to happen.
Yes.
It is up to us as players, as a community, to make sure that we're clear when we're playing things like that in casual EDH, because that exact thing, early game Mana Rock, turn 2 or 3 Veto, turn 4 Exquisite Blood, is going to win games faster than casual Commander expectations are going to want.
Yes.
So communicate effectively, everybody. And if you're not playing Exquisite Blood in your Veto deck, please feel free to give out that information to people before the game starts.
Agreed, because otherwise you're just going to get pub stomped. You're going to get your neck stepped on.
100%. When I sit down against my first Veto deck and people say it's not that Veto deck, I'm going to fucking ranch that guy 50 times out of 50.
I'm going to wreck him 100% of the time.
Until he can demonstrate consistently that it's not that deck.
I will write down every single card that they play until I have seen 100 different cards.
You could probably just ask him for his list.
No, absolutely not. They will never win a game as long as I can help it until I have proven to myself that they're not playing it.
Yeah, that's all a little bit hyperbolic. Like, we're not...
Yeah, we'd never actually... No, we'd do that. I'd do that, actually. I probably would do that.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't stomp a guy that many times in a row, but it's like, just be honest. Be honest that it's not going to be that deck, and I know that there's only one Exquisite Blood, and there are 3 or 4 or 5 different versions of Sanguine Bond at, between 3 mana now and 7 mana at Butcher of Malakar. So, like, that effect exists in mass plus tutors. Just, I don't know. Oh no, Butcher of Malakar is not that.
That's not that. That's Grave Pact.
That's Grave Pact, yeah.
Whatever.
Blood Thrown Vampire or whatever it is.
Yeah, Blood Thrown Vampire.
Yeah, it's the 7 mana one. Whatever it is, it exists.
In any case, those are the legendary creatures from M20 and JumpStart.
M21.
M21, I apologize, and JumpStart. Overall, what do you think?
I am extremely happy with the reprints that I saw in both sets at the legendary slot. I love a lot of the commanders. Probably won't build a lot of them, but they're going to slot into decks. I love the build space. I like how non-goblins or non-typical things like that Subira are going to go into, the Annex token deck or like the Naya token deck. I love where they fit into things I already know about, and then the Rin and Seri are kind of going to be their own new thing. The Karavek thing is going to give that mono black casual control deck a new thing. So lots of stuff to be positive about, lots of stuff to look forward to in white drawing cards. We're going to see another white card draw spell in M21 when we do the proper set review tomorrow, which is all welcome additions to the sea of Magic cards that now exist.
Agreed. Also, Moxus. Hell yeah, Moxus. That's what it's all about on today's episode, and we're going to be back to talk about the best of the rest of these 2 sets on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song! Brought to you by FaceToFaceGames.com, the Canada's biggest Magic store.
Got there.